Good morning from Crowden. Just parked up at the car park there, and today we're doing a classic Peak District walk, a great walk actually. Okay, this is another guided walk, so I need to remember to give you instructions. When you get to this point here where the toilets are, toilet block there, you want to turn right. Okay, I think I've decided that I'm going to do the good stuff in the first part of the walk whilst the weather's still decent. So if you were going to do the walk the normal way around, you would head that way, but I'm going to head this way. Very quickly you will get to this divide in the tracks and you want to take the left hand side. Head over this bridge. Walk past the outdoor education centre until you get to these paths here. It doesn't really matter which one you take. This is probably the most straightforward. Some pretty dramatic views of the cloud rolling off Bleaklow. That's Wild Boar Cluff right there. So you'll get to this point where there's a plaque and a memorial cairn. This is the route that you take when you do the Crowden Horseshoe, but we're going to go straight on up this way, so straight over and up. Pretty quickly you gain quite a bit of height, and the views open up. The skies are very, very dark over there to the north. There is sunshine there, but there's a lot of low cloud coming over Bleaklow towards us right now. Almost certainly going to rain today. The forecast is for rain, especially in the afternoon. We may, hopefully, mostly get sunshine this morning, but we'll have to wait and see. Still climbing, a bit more to do still. Really impressive views both towards Bleaklow and Black Hill. You'll get to another stile. Just go over the stile and keep following the path. I think there are two reasons why people usually do this route the other way around. One is it saves all the great stuff for the second half of the walk. The other is you come down this way instead of going up this way. But once we get to the top there, it's quite gradual. So regardless of whether you're coming up or going down, you do need to take care on that bit. So you can see the route of the Crowden horseshoe walk. Goes all the way along the top edge there. Over there somewhere is the trig point on Black Hill, and then you come back over on this side. It is a great walk. I wanted these views. I didn't want to risk doing the walk in the other direction, the other way around, and coming along here this afternoon in the rain and not having these views. You can just see, well, I can just see, I don't know if you can just see, the top of the Home Loss transmitter antenna coming into view out of the clouds. So I think the worst of the climbing is done. It's more or less level now. We'll be walking along the edge. We'll have incredible views if the skies allow. So far, fingers crossed, we're okay. Since I've climbed up here, I've not seen anyone. Got the place to myself. And the good stuff, the really good stuff, is just coming up. The main path is just there. It's worth coming off a very short distance to see these views. Okay, the bit we're getting up to now is by far the highlight of the walk. If the weather was looking good for the entire day, then I would recommend doing this walk the other way around to save this highlight for towards the end. But as I mentioned, the weather forecast for this afternoon is not looking good. I wanted to be here when it was dry and when I had the views, so that's why I've done it this way around today. I have a feeling that this year is going to be really bad for midges. For those of you who don't know this spot, this is Lad's Leap. And this is Coombs Cluff, which is incredible, absolutely spectacular. Interestingly, the top half of the Cluff above Lad's Leap is called Hollins Cluff. It's the same Cluff. but after this point it becomes Coombs Cluff. Incredibly dramatic views here. It's not looking its best because it's been so dry recently. It's looking a bit slimy and stagnant and not particularly nice, but if you come here after quite a bit of heavy rain, and it's great. It's fantastic. Look at this view though. The other advantage of doing the walk this way round means that you get to this point before people doing the walk the main way get to this point, and you get it, hopefully you get it to yourself like I have today. Not that many people come along here anyway. I've never seen that many people. Usually when I'm doing the walk the other way around, I get to this point around lunchtime, and there might be 1 or 2 people around, but that's about it. The problem for stopping for lunch here is the midges. So I've been here a good 20 minutes. It's a Saturday. And these are the first people that have come along. So actually those people have decided to stop before getting to Lad's Leap, but I've headed off anyway. Don't want to hog a beauty spot. Again, it does look better when there's more water flowing, but I'm not complaining. It's been dry. I've had the place to myself. It's a little bit hazy and cloudy, but otherwise the views are pretty spectacular. That couple have got a drone. I need a drone. That footage is going to be out of this world. I'm surprised the drone's doing really well because it's pretty windy actually. So just along from Lad's Leap is this area here. This is Millstone rocks, and as the name implies, this is a very old quarry for millstones. This is a great area to explore if you have time on a walk. You can spend a lot of time exploring the quarry, going over and getting some great views up towards Lads Leap. There are some waterfalls along there. Probably not worth doing that today because there's not much water flowing. Ahead of me are the first people I've seen coming the other way. If you were so inclined, this area is actually a really good area to get off piste and explore. The moorland to the north of me, there's a trig point there, and if you keep going, there's literally an area called wilderness, which is incredibly boggy, but you can get to near to Chew Reservoir from going this way, so that's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool thing to do. And then if you keep going the direction I'm currently going in, there's a plane crash site, and you'll eventually get to the what's it called, the Tint Whistle waterfall. I can't remember the name of the Cluff, but there's a stream, and there's like loads of different waterfalls. They're very small, but there's loads of little waterfalls all along a fairly small stretch of stream, so that's not too far this way either. So yeah, there's a lot you can do if you wanted a longer walk or a bit more adventurous walk rather than just following today's route. Today's route is a pretty straightforward, pretty easy to follow. A little boggy perhaps, but yeah, a classic walk today. Just out of sight round the bend there is the Devil's Elbow and Ogden Cluff, and that features in one of my walks. Lots of weird stuff reported around that area, and in fact all of this area where I'm looking at, and in fact where I'm stood, this whole area is famous for its strange lights. The weather recently has been pretty dry, so this isn't too bad today, but if it has been wet, you do need to take care along this stretch. At this point here, you've got a choice of that style or a style just there. Take the one over there. Once again, pretty spectacular views. We're headed towards yet another old quarry. Look what we've got here. Some great views along the Longdendale Valley there. As I mentioned earlier, it's famous for its mysterious lights. It's a little bit early for lunch, but this is a good place to stop. Plus, I think it probably is going to start raining quite soon, so it might be good to eat lunch early and hopefully stay dry for it. Just need to find the best spot now. Looks like we have some kind of ruin there. Not much left of it. So this is the ruin, just coming up to it now. Guessing this used to be the doorway. Pretty overgrown inside though. Those trees are taking up all the space inside. Wow, look at this. So here's the ruin. Right next to the ruin, got this. So we got a trough next to this small cabin. Don't know whether there would have been flowing water, whether there would have been a spring or something. As I mentioned, you can't really get inside the ruin because of the tree branches. I might just perch on the wall and have my lunch. So there is something here. Not sure what that is, maybe a geocache. Another somewhat squashed lunch. So I'm kind of perched in the doorway here. These the branches of these trees are right in my face. There's really not much space here. I wonder how old this trough is. It's got to be a few hundred years old, surely. These trees really don't make it easy to get around and explore this ruin. But yeah, there's some kind of, it looks like a metal container, metal box. It's got rocks piled around it. I'm guessing it's a geocache. It's in a really awkward place. I'm slightly nervous about opening this box. All I can hear is, what's in the box, Somerset? Okay, here we go. What if it's explosives or something? Okay, I'm going to have to stop filming while I open it. Well, that was not easy to open. It's kind of rusted away. But it does look like a geocache. We've got CDs in here. CD, or is it DVDs? CDs and DVDs. Wings of Desire, great film. Chronicles of Narnia. Land of Freedom, another great film. Don't Look Now. Classic. Great Expectations. Some duplications here. I don't know how long it's been since anyone opened that. I struggled to open that. What the hell's that? What the hell is that? This is all from 2009. It's got wet, unfortunately, so I'm trying to be really careful not to tear it. 2021. 2022. 2024. September 2024. And that's the most recent one, September 2024. Pretty cool. I'm gonna put it back as best as I can. There we go. I'm not sure what the etiquette is for geocaching. I've never done it, but the last couple of walks I've done, I've been to locations where there are geocaches, although that's the first one I've actually opened or seen. But it does seem there's some pretty cool spots where there are geocaches in the Peak District, so maybe I should do a bit more research into it. Anyway, this walk was not intended to be the kind of walk where I discover things and go exploring. But it just goes to show what you can find if you just come off the path, just even a short distance off the path. So here we have this old cabin, probably some old quarrying hut, probably several hundred years old. You've got the old trough right next to it, and you've also got a geocache. Not bad going. Not bad going. If you do decide to come and find this for yourself, you do need to be careful where you walk and where you put your feet. It's good to have trekking poles with you to check just how solid the land is, the ground is, because there are some big holes. You've got this nice easy track now. This was probably originally access to the quarry and to help them to transport the millstones or whatever it was they were making or quarrying there out of the quarry. It's clearly fairly well maintained, so my guess is it's probably still in use, probably for the purpose of grouse shooting, I imagine. Yet another quarry here. So you come out of this nice bit of woodland through the gate and then onto a brief section of open moorland. So the path here just continues it. It curves around upon itself. Eventually you get down to the road. There is something I want to check out, which I'm pretty sure I've been up to before. And I think it's to do with a plane crash site. I think it's to do with a crash site that I have visited that's a little distance from here. But I don't remember clearly, so I'm just going to wander up to that and have a look. If you want to check this out, where you come out the gate, go over the stile, it's just there. Just turn up here. Short distance. So I'm just going to go back again now. I don't know why people can't walk through there. What's the reason? So we're headed towards the road. I think just here there used to be like a parking place, like a small area where people could park, and now it's all blocked off. And I think it was blocked off because someone used it as a body dumping ground. A murderer used that to dump a body, which was all cut up. I think that's what I've heard. I don't know how true it is. Yeah, I've no idea if that's true or not. So just need to cross this road, which is quite busy. Do need to take care. Walk along it for a very short distance, and then we're going down here. We're going to cross between these two reservoirs, cross over on the dam wall. This reservoir is Rhodes Wood Reservoir. This reservoir is Vale House Reservoir. Once you've crossed over the dam wall, turn left. I don't remember this overflowing when I was here last time. It's actually quite mesmerising to watch it. We're basically going to be following this reservoir all the way along to the end. So here we are looking up Coombs Cluff towards Lad's Leap at the top. Now the entire walk I've been hearing a lot of noise, and it seems to be coming from there, doing some restoration work or something to the dam wall there. I hope I can still get across the dam wall. That's where the Pennine Way crosses. Because I'm going to have to head back probably if I can't get across there. So I hope I can still get across. I've not read anything or heard anything about that part of the Pennine Way being closed off. But then again, I've not seen anyone along here, which is a bit unusual. So we'll find out. We'll find out soon enough. So right at the very top there we got Lad's Leap, and then we've got Millstone rocks just to the side. Well, here's the moment of truth. Let's hope we can get along this dam wall and follow along the Pennine Way. Okay, that's good news. So this part of the footpath, the part of the Pennine Way, is still open, and we can get across the dam wall. You've got Torside Reservoir over in that direction. There's the entrance to Bilbo's house. Okay, at this point, got a very interesting turnstile. We're not going to take that. We're going to go this side. So this takes you alongside the reservoir. You'll get to this bit here. There's a gate off to the right and it says Tinsel School Wood. So don't go down there, go up towards the road. We've now got to cross over this busy road again. Just pretty much directly over. Once you crossed over, just follow this track. Not far to go now. The Pennine Way goes off that way. We did cross over the Pennine Way earlier today when we went up there. So some of these views may look familiar. But we're just gonna keep following this track. You come through this gate here. And then we'll turn right and the loop will be complete. So just down here is where the toilets are on the right hand side, and then opposite that is the way to the car park. Well, here we go, back at the car park, the end of the walk. Quite a short walk, that one. It's pretty much dead on 3 o'clock now. Thankfully it stayed dry the entire walk, but I don't think it's going to stay dry for much longer. In fact, I can feel a few spots of rain right now, so I think I've made it back just in time. I'm glad I did the walk the way round that I did, because I think it was clearer skies this morning. It's very cloudy and hazy now. But that's a really good walk. I enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed watching. Lad's Leap is always a great spot. I thoroughly enjoyed going through all the quarries, and I wasn't expecting to, but I made a couple of discoveries today which I'm really happy with. You know, that old ruin, the old trough, and also finding the geocache was pretty cool as well. I had no idea that was there. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Please hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Yep, just in time, literally just in time. It is now raining.